Hi. So today we'll have more intermediate reading from this book, Chinese Language and Culture. And the topic for today will be about people who read, the cultural roots of China's obsession with exams and exam performance and exam stress. So the title of the article is 读书人. So as before, we'll look at the questions before we set out to answer them. So the first question is 从隋朝开始, so that's the Sui Dynasty, which is quite a short-lived dynasty before the Tang Dynasty, almost 2,000 years ago. 从隋朝开始，人们为什么要读书? So since the Sui Dynasty, why have people needed and wanted to study books, read books? So we'll go from the top. 从隋朝开始，只有读书的人才可以考试做官。那个时候人们读书也只是为了做官，这些人整天不是念书就是写文章。他们除了埋头学习以外，不做别的事情。当时有一首诗说：“书中自有黄金屋，书中自有颜如玉。”意思是说，书读好了就可以做官，做官就可以有权势和金钱，有权势和金钱就可以有漂亮的女人。So we'll break this down slowly. So 从隋朝开始, since the start of the Sui Dynasty, or starting from the Sui Dynasty, 只有读书的人可以考试做官. Only well-read people can take the exam to become government officials. 那个时候人们读书也只是为了做官. At that time, people read books was simply for the sake of becoming officials. 这些人整天不是念书就是写文章. So one grammar point for today is this: 不是念书就是写文章. So 不是就是 so when they're not reading books, they're studying exams. That's what 不是就是 means. 他们除了埋头学习以外, so except for literally burying their heads in study, 不做别的事情, don't do anything else, 不做别的事情。当时有一首诗说, at that time, there was a poem that said, 书中自有黄金屋, in books there is a golden house, 书中自有颜如玉, in books there is a beautiful woman. 意思是说, the meaning of this, 读书好了就可以做官. If you read enough books, you can become an official. 做官就可以有权势和金钱. Become an official and then you can have power and money. 有权势和金钱就可以有漂亮的女人. So with power and money, you can have a beautiful woman. So the answer to question 1 is 从隋朝开始，人们为什么要读书? So let's answer the first 2 questions together. So I'll just have the essay itself in front of me here while I type up the answers from the text. So I'll say that we'll answer this. 因为从那时候开始, so 因为从, so since starting from that time, 只有读书的人才可以考试 做官 because since that time, only people who read can take exams to become government officials. So, question: 从隋朝开始，人们为什么要读书？因为从那时候开始，只有读书的人才可以考试做官。Question 2: 书中自有黄金屋，书中自有颜如玉的意思是什么？ So, this is a poem from the Sui Dynasty. So, 意思是意思是书读好了就可以做官，做官就可以有权势和金钱，有权势金钱就可以有漂亮的女人。意思是书读好了就可以做官，做官就可以有权势和金钱，有权势和金钱就可以有漂亮的女人。So question 3. 万般写下品，唯有读书高是什么意思？ So we'll read from the text. 那时还有一句话叫做万般皆下品，唯有读书高。是说社会上有各种各样的人，做各种各样的工作，但是只有读书人的地位最高，只有读不了书的人才去做工、种地、当兵、做买卖什么的。So at that time, there was a saying, so 万般皆下品，唯有读书高。Which means to be a scholar is to be at the top of society. 是说社会上有各种各样的人 so there are all kinds of people in society 做各种各样的工作 with all kinds of jobs 但是只有读书人 only people who read 的地位最高 have the highest status people who read have the highest status 只有读不了书的人才去做工 only people who don't read go and be manual laborers 种地work on farms 当兵 join the military 或做买卖什么的 or take business etc etc so we'll answer question 3 before we move any further so let's see 意思是读书人有社会上最高的地位意思是读书人 so people who read have the highest status in the society 第四个一般人认为读不了书的人去做什么 so people who don't read what jobs do they end up in so it's listed at the bottom of paragraph 2做工 manual laborers 种地 farm workers 当兵做买卖 and do business, buying and selling, which historically in China, these things have been seen to be quite low professions. 第五个，为什么那个时候大家最看不起商人？ So, why at that time did people 看不起 look down upon business people? 为什么那个时候大家最看不起商人？ And so we'll start from paragraph 3 and we'll see if we can't answer. 考试做官的制度虽然在清朝末年就被取消了，但是一直到现在，大多数的中国人还是觉得读书人最有出息。So the imperial exam system, even though it came to an end at the end of the Qing dynasty, so almost a millennium and a half after it came into existence, was cancelled. But to this day, most Chinese people still believe that people who are the best read and the best studied will have the most success. 前些年，中国开放改革，做生意的人大都发了财。于是有一些原先想做学问、想做研究的人，就不愿意再读书了。他们认为现在读书需要花钱，将来即使读好了，也不一定能挣到很多钱。So in the past few years, since China has reformed and opened up, so under Deng Xiaoping's after Mao died, people who do business have started to make money. Thereafter, some people who originally would have wanted to become students or professors or researchers no longer wish to study. They think nowadays to study you need to spend money, and in the future, even if you study a lot, you won't necessarily make much money. 以前中国人大都看不起商人，说他们身上有一种钱的臭味。可是在这个时候，许多人又觉得商人最了不起了，因为大家都想去赚大钱，所以有些人就离开学校和研究所去做生意了。当时有一句很时髦的话叫做下海，意思是离开自己原来的工作，下到做买卖的商海里去。So before, Chinese people generally looked down upon business people. They had, I think this is a quote from Chairman Mao, they had the stench of money on their person. 身上有一种钱的臭味。可是在这个时候, but nowadays, a great many people think business people are the most amazing. Because nowadays, everyone wants to make money. So some people leave school or leave their studies to do business. At that time, there was a very popular phrase called 下海, jumping into the sea. And the meaning is leaving your job to jump into the sea of business. So 下海. So 为什么那个时候大家最看不起商人? So we'll say, 因为说他们身上 because they said their bodies had on them the stench of money, because in communist China, money was looked down upon. So, number 6. 为什么大家现在反而都觉得商人最了不起 And so why do people now think business people are the best and the most amazing? So let's say 因为大家去赚大钱 because everybody now wants to make a lot of money. 中国 so 中改革开放后 so since the reform and opening up so since the 改革开放商人大都发了财 got rich 发了财 so you'll know the expression 发财 from the 恭喜发财 which is the standard thing to say to a Mandarin speaker on Chinese New Year. Congratulations and I hope you get rich. 第七个什么是下海 What is 下海 jumping into the sea? So it says at the bottom of the penultimate paragraph, we'll just copy it word for word. 意思是离开自己意思是离开自己原来的工作下到做买卖的买卖的Yeah, so buying and selling. Shanghai. So, what's the meaning of Shanghai jumping into the sea? And it means leaving your original job and jumping into the sea of buying, selling, and business. And now, so we'll read the last paragraph, even though we've answered all of the questions. 不过，听说最近又有许多人想回学校读书了，报考研究所的人也多起来了。为什么呢？他们说现在不管你做什么，都得要读书学习。So, but it's been heard that recently a great many people have returned to school, returned to their studies, and to prepare for exams and research has been an increase. Why? Because they believe nowadays, no matter what you do, you will still have to read books. So this book was published in 2002, so it's not entirely up to date. But China was very much at its in the absolute heat of its economic miracle at the time. So that's the context of this piece. So we'll just make sure I've got all the answers. The characters are all right because typing can be tricky. So 从隋朝开始，人们为什么要读书？因为从那时候开始，只有读书的人才可以考试做官。Because since that time, reading books was necessary to become an official. Yeah. 书中自有黄金屋，书中自有颜如玉的意思是什么？ In books there is a golden house. In books there is a beautiful woman, and it means 意思是书读好了就可以做官，做官就可以有权势和金钱，有权势和金钱就可以有漂亮的女人。So reading books, you can become an official. Becoming an official, you can have power and money. And if you have power and money, you can have a beautiful woman. 万般皆下品，唯有读书高是什么意思？ So, bookish people are at the top of the society. What does it mean? 意思是读书人有社会上最高的地位。That well-read people and well-studied people reach the highest social status. 一般人为什么？一般人认为读不了书的人去做什么？ So people who didn't read books were seen as going into what sort of jobs? And the answer from paragraph 3 is 做工、种地、当兵、做买卖. So laborers, farmers, soldiers, or business people. 为什么那个时候大家最看不起商人? So why did people at that time look down on business people? 因为说他们身上有一种钱的臭味. Because they said on their person they had the stench of money. 为什么大家现在反而都觉得商人最了不起? Why do people now think that, business people are the best? 因为大家想去赚大钱. Because everyone now wants to make money. 从改革开放以来，商人都大都发了财. And since reform and opening up, a lot of business people have made a lot of money. When this book was published in 2002, the Forbes rich list to jail wasn't such a well-beaten path in China, I don't think. 什么是下海? What is going to jail? What is going into the sea? 意思是离开自己原来的工作，下到做买卖的商海里去。So that's chapter 7, part 2 of this very good book from page 123. So I strongly recommend this book if you consider yourself an intermediate Chinese reader.